Good evening guys and welcome to another GSI Reacts video. Today James has got for me Ghost Caught on Camera from Nuke Top 5 yet again. Let's get into it.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. When you see it. A mother is sitting with her two daughters while they eat. Suddenly the oldest daughter becomes very disturbed and frightened by something she can see in the other room, even though there's nothing visible in the video.
It'd be helpful if the lights wasn't flashing.
What?
What? Subliminal messaging?
It's okay. I just turned off the lights, that's all.
The mother remains calm, questioning her daughter as to why she is scared, but she receives no answer. The younger daughter looks back, doesn't see anything, and then laughs at how her big sister is seemingly scared of nothing.
Who was that? What are you doing? Oh, what, Nanny? Look at me. What are you scared of? The fish? Oh, the fish died. What? Angel's sleeping already. It's raining, girls. Nanny, are you
It's just scary.
Look at me. Look at me.
That is, until the younger girl takes a second look, and suddenly she also sees whatever frightened her older sister. Her reaction is pure terror.
Turn around, turn around, turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
Got goosebumps going up on my arm, bless them. If that's someone playing a prank, they really need a slap.
The video uploader Angel Ruiz says that both girls claim to have seen a ghost in the other room, even though nothing strange was visible to their mother or captured on video. Loading.
Well, I mean, it's never good to see kids disturbed in any way, shape or form. That's not good. I did get actually goosebumps then, because clearly the kids are freaked out by something, but the mother doesn't seem overly disturbed, which is my first concern. Yes, the kids are looking behind them and then getting disturbed by something. She doesn't care. To me, that instantly says red flag. The next thing, you can't see what's actually in there. You've got a big kitchen unit in the way. Anybody could be in there. One of her family members just trying to freak them out, which is a pretty shit thing to do to a kid of that age. I'm not saying it's not paranormal. It could be. It's difficult to see. Extremely difficult because there's too much in the way. The kids are freaked out by something, that's for sure. But paranormal, you see nothing and the mother is too calm for the fact that her kids have just been freaked out by something in the kitchen. She doesn't change her tone one bit. So for me, I'd have to say, no. Unfortunately, that's fate to me. Let's keep going. Or keep going.
Ghost Girl. Guards at a loading dock in Mexico spot something strange on their security camera. What looks like a young girl dressed in all black is standing near one of their trucks. While two guards go outside to investigate, the others watch on the CCTV camera.
Right there, the way they back up and they just stop where that person is. Person, spirit, ghost, whatever you want to say, apparition. They just stop perfectly in front. Huge red flag for me.
Exactamente está su espalda en ustedes. Ahí me
Nah.
Exactamente ahí está haciendo su movimiento ahorita. Dime. Adelante, lo escucho.
Ya le abrí aquí la malla al 37, ¿lo dejo que pase para del otro lado, lo acompaño al portón y lo dejo que vaya? ¿O qué hago? No hay nada.
Hasta ahí está don Enrique, dice.
Está atrás de ti, Enrique. Ahí, ya la barajaste.
Despite the girl being visible on the security camera monitor, the
If it's
guards
a
on the
girl.
lot can't see her, even though she is standing right beside them. While the other guards inside try to direct them to her location over the radio, the guard shines his light around, but they both still seem to see nothing. It almost looks as if the guards believe that they are being pranked by the other security guards inside at the CCTV monitor. Creepiest of all, as the guards search, they seem to pass right through the girl, and one guard's flashlight shines right through her body as well.
For me, there's a lot wrong with that. I mean, I like the image of the girl. The girl doesn't move, which is one thing. When he's waving the flashlight, how fast is he doing that? So you're not going to pick up on it. You've seen them drawings that you get on the floor. People do it in chalk and things like that look 3D. So you get billboards at the football matches that look like they're actually standing up when they're not. They're on the ground. Could be something like that. It's possible. Could be just something made out to look like a girl. I had a call from, it was an Urban Explorer, to investigate Codner Castle. The house there was a face coming through the door, and I had a picture of the face, and it did look like a face. So I had to go up and investigate it myself. It turned out to be bricks where the paint had peeled off, and it left an eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and it looked so realistic. Turned out it wasn't. That could be something similar where it looks like that. I don't know, there's just something wrong about that episode, about that clip. The way they're moving around instead of through, the way they're moving the flashlight. Oh yeah, we definitely can't see anything here. That's what I do. Yet they're just waving it about like God knows what. There's too much there for me. Well, it says no. And also, it could be something as simple as I've explained with the face at Codner Castle. It looked like a real face coming out the door, and it wasn't. It was just bricks where the paint had peeled off and left this unfortunate face. It freaked him out, but I had to go up and investigate personally. And no, it wasn't. Could be something like that. It could also be trickery and fakery. Anybody could do that with the right editing tool. Just superimpose what looked like a girl there, and then have the guards act out like there's something there. It's possible, but for me, no. Sorry.
Do you believe?
This is Dalhousie Castle in Scotland. It's 800 years old. And the reason why we're here is because the place is rumoured to be haunted.
Australian reporter
Rumoured,
Helen
like
Parker
it.
never believed in ghosts. That is, until the journalist investigated Dalhousie Castle, an 800-year-old haunted castle in Scotland. Parker was so confident that she decided to go alone into the castle's dungeon at 2 a.m. Just her and a camera.
You've already got an issue. She's picked the dungeon and 2 in the morning.
Dinner earlier tonight down here. It's definitely a very, very different mood now. The rest of the castle have gone to bed. Now I should point out I'm the only one in the dungeon. Just me and my camera, and I'm facing the only doorway. So, had no signs of her tonight. But if ever you were going to see a ghost, do you think it would be here?
After sitting for a while and witnessing nothing, she even starts joking about how the castle's ghost called Lady Catherine might be, quote, rubbish.
So maybe it's all just rubbish. Maybe it's all just hocus pocus. Maybe there is no such thing as ghosts whatsoever.
Then she even starts taunting the supposed spirit.
Anyway, I'm prepared to wait. Catherine. Oh, Catherine. It's creeping me out now.
We've done that, to be fair.
Fuck! Okay, I get it. I'm going. Okay, Catherine, I get it. Then something moves in the dungeon, but I'm not staying to find out what it is. I'm freaking going.
Helen Parker says that during the experience, she felt, quote, an intense electrical feeling down the right side of my face and head.
Okay, I get it. I'm going. I'd like to think I'm a pretty rational person, but and if you're interested to play back what's on that tape. The chair banging on its own with such purpose is what scared me. And an intense
Sounds like someone
electric
knocked on the
feeling
door to me,
down the
but
right
okay.
side of my face and head. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm shaking like a leaf. Anyway, she was probably just knocking on the chair to say hello and, can you let me out of this castle? In the beginning, I'd assumed either nothing would happen here or I'd fall asleep on camera. Whatever my encounter was, it was one of the biggest frights of my life.
Interesting. And the reason I say interesting is that seemed like a really genuine reaction. I don't know if she's a presenter. It probably did say, I didn't hear, sorry. But unless she's a really good actor, that is an interesting reaction. And that is something what I would expect from most people that, let's say they go into a room like a dungeon, skeptical that anything's going to happen. She's getting quite bored. She's already said these ghosts are rubbish. And then that happens. It's a bit of a shot. And to be fair, it seems like a genuine reaction. Knock on the chair, it sounded more like a knock on a door to me, but I don't know. I wasn't there. It's difficult. And it's always difficult if you don't know the person, don't know their work, don't know how truthful they're being, especially if they're there on their own as well. You're not there to see the acoustics, how it's set up and what's around it. On a personal point, we have had that phenomena before where you're almost bored and you're calling the ghosts out by name and say, come on, you don't exist, do you? And then you get a bang, a knock, a footstep, a whisper. That has happened many times. So at the moment, that looks pretty authentic. I mean, obviously, given aside, I don't know the person, I don't know the conditions, I don't know if she's there with anybody. She says she's not, but we're not entirely sure. On the face value of it, best one yet. Never thought I'd say that.
The follower. While a man was vacationing in the Rocky Mountains, his girlfriend zoomed in and snapped an iPhone live photo of him. For those who don't know, an iPhone live photo basically captures a 3-second video along with the normal photo. Later, when they were reviewing their pictures, they found something very odd. Even though they were all alone in the wilderness that day, someone appeared to be watching the man from the field behind him. On first glance, it looks like someone standing in tall grass.
Looks like
But
a
as
child.
this shot shows, the grass in that area is not that tall. So on second look at the photo, it almost appears as if the person was actually hiding in the grass. But the iPhone live photo 3-second video shows something very different. It almost looks like someone walking, even though half of the person's body would be beneath the ground. When the video is motion stabilized, it looks even creepier.
Again, another interesting one, but the only reason things like that give me the sense of being able to debunk it is when you've got a person or a picture or a vision of anything like that, shadow, child, it can be superimposed and copied on. With the editing software nowadays, it's easy to do and it's really realistic. Unfortunately, that's why there's so many fakeries out there. So we have to be very cautious with particular videos like that. I mean, she's videoing that for 3 seconds, and if the video's captured it, which means she can see it, there's no reaction from her. Now, it doesn't say if they look back on this later and saw that. So I'm assuming she could see it. If the cameras captured it, she could see it. But she's not alerted him to the fact. So, again, them ones are more easy to... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good how they do it. But there's still too many questions which are left unanswered to say, oh, it's definitely paranormal or something like that. For me, it always pushes me the opposite way, especially with a person's reaction. That's always the first thing I look for, because an instant reaction, you'll get to see how a person's body language changes instantly. And if it doesn't, it's almost like they're prepared for it. And that's when you can tell the faker is almost off the bat. For me, it didn't specify whether they saw that on the camera or not, but if she's viewing it and you've got a little child walking towards you, you'd at least say, who's that kid? Or something like that, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing. So for me, I'm going to have to say fake, guys, I'm afraid.
Dinner guest.
Let's keep going.
YouTube user bscotty321 was suspicious that his little sister was playing with his food every time he left the room, so he set up a camera to catch her in the act. Sure enough, she was playing with his food, but she also seemed to be talking to someone who wasn't there.
Mommy. Bathroom? I go poo-poo.
Kids are bro.
I go poo-poo. Let's go to dinner.
As she says that's Billy's dinner to someone or something that can't be seen in the video, the silverware on the plate seems to move on its own.
Let's go to dinner. Let's go to dinner.
It looks like it's the napkin that moves, and if there's knives and forks or whatever in there, cutlery of some sort, he's eating his dinner, so why is he not out? So that could be at a certain angle where it drops. That's not difficult to debunk at all. The one thing you can't bullshit is children. Their reactions are usually pretty genuine. You can't get them to act how you want them to act, which is why you say you never work with animals and children. It's so difficult. So I think her reaction is genuine, but that doesn't mean paranormal. Now, as we know, children are, the theory is, able to sense at a certain age spirits and things like that due to the fact that the brain is not properly developed. They're able to see different things and things like that, which is why adults have such a difficult time seeing these things, because our brains are, for most of us, fully developed. So it shuts that side of it down, sort of thing. So is she seeing something, or does she have an imaginary friend? Loads of kids that you've heard about, I've heard about, have imaginary friends. They talk to people, they see things, they sense things. Doesn't mean it's paranormal. The one thing that I think is genuine is her reactions and the fact that she's talking to somebody, but that could be an active child's imagination. I know when my daughter was that age and I used to take her on the park, she was mad about Scooby-Doo, so she used to pretend she was playing with Scooby-Doo in the Scooby Gang. Could be a child's overactive imagination, could be the fact that she is actually seeing and sensing something. Say, with an underdeveloped brain and a child that age, it is possible. So that one will have to say a 50-50 for me. It is possible. So it's difficult to say no. But a child's imagination runs wild. So we have to play devil's advocate with that one and say, could be, might not be. It's a difficult one. But for one thing for sure is the kid's reaction. But it's how she's developing that. What is it? Is it a spirit or is it just her imagination? I don't know, if I'm honest. But I like the third one. That one seemed quite genuine to me. The others, not so much. That one seems genuine, but what is the child seeing and sensing? So yeah, so that's the second react video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. James is picking numerous ones out for me. We'll try and upload one of these a week to start with for you, as well as the paranormal stuff, and then we've got other content coming soon. Let's hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you have, and hit the notification button. And if you like what you're seeing, guys, please tell your family and friends. We'd really appreciate it. Until next time, have a good evening.